Hey there, folks. Greg Shepard here. Kind of got late on the camera here. S&A Financial Services specialize in helping folks just like yourself over the country. Basically, just get the most out of your higher ed retirement plan. A lot of you folks are familiar with my videos and podcasts by now, but today, all right, so I'm going to focus on this lingo that TIAA throws out called interest buckets. I'm going to try to simplify it intelligently in a short period of time. Layman's terms here. Let me turn my phone off. Okay. If you have any questions over this, by all means, contact me, contact TIAA directly, or any independent fee-only financial advisor that has experience with higher ed retirement plans. So interest rate buckets is a fancy way. It's not even fancy. It's a term they use, they being TIAA, to explain or define, if you want, time frames. That's all it is. Okay. So let's take this for example. When you go into your account, you go to TIAA's website, you go into your account, assuming you own TIAA Traditional. All right. If you don't own TIAA Traditional, this video may not be for you. You drill on TIAA Traditional. You can actually see, there's ways you can see what your interest buckets are paying for the period of time that you've owned or dumped money in to TIAA Traditional. Okay. So if you've had it for like 20 years, and you'll notice, again, when you drill down on TIAA Traditional, it has a little words that say interest rates. Okay, you can click on that and see your interest rate history for TIAA Traditional. You may have a period of time that's, I don't know, let's make this up, 18 months, 12 months, whatever the case is, that has the same rate. Now, all that simply means is that even though you're contributing each month, look at it as a new interest bucket, okay, that time frame, the interest rate did not change. It didn't change for maybe 12 months, hypothetically, all right? So that time frame of 18 months might consist of different buckets, different months, but the interest rate was the same for that period of time. Okay, it's very rare. I don't see TIAA Traditional changing, the interest crediting rate continuously each month. Usually, it's pretty consistent. Then they'll lower it or raise it a little bit, given economic conditions. So just think of interest buckets as time frames. All right, now the longer. I'm going to save that for a different video. Almost got ahead of myself, but let me explain this real quick, and I'm going to use a different video to explain what I'm about to say as well. When you dump money in through payroll, okay, into TIAA Traditional, or you transfer money from maybe the Crest side into Traditional, maybe a large amount, you're basically grouping those monies together with everybody else around the country that owns TIAA Traditional as well. It goes into a TIAA general account. What is that, and what do they do with it? So it's like a bank, right? They'll use your money. It's perfectly fine. TIAA's been doing this for a long time, folks. This ain't their first rodeo, okay? Even though we're going through some banking issues right now, it's not much different than what a bank does. They take your money, okay? They'll group it together, and they'll go out and buy bond investments, conservative bond investments, or other investment vehicles. Right now, those investments are yielding a high rate of yield, of interest. That's why they, being TIAA, can afford to pay you these very attractive rates right now, because they're taking your money and getting a higher rate, that's fine. That's what they do. That's how they can do what they do, okay? So there's nothing wrong with that. But that's how it works in a nutshell. I'm going to explain a little more in a different video. And interest rates, they are determined by TIAA's Board of Trustees. I don't know who they are or where they are or any of that stuff, but there's a big table full of people, and they sit around and determine what the rate is for the new month. I know there's a lot of resets coming in March and February that folks throw around. I'll do a different video on that as well. But I will tell you this, let me preface this. Interest rate buckets are nothing more than a frame of time. All right, that's all we need to know or extract from this particular video. Each bucket time frame may or may not have a different interest rate crediting to it. Okay, there's different ways you can find out what that rate is. Again, I'll use that for a different video, but I will close with this. Folks, I've been doing this for 20 years. I have people contacting me. This isn't hard to believe, that are much smarter than I am, right? That have a very difficult time understanding and figuring out this TIAA Traditional, okay? It can, if used properly, can be a very effective, attractive investment, but know what you're doing prior to getting into it. Is it liquid? Is it illiquid? It's the rates, all the parameters around it. But interest buckets are nothing more than a frame of time, okay? That's what I want you to take away mostly from this video. If you need help, by all means, don't go out this alone. Contact TIAA directly. Find an independent financial advisor that specializes in higher ed retirement plans. I've seen a lot of advisors out there get this stuff wrong. Folks contact me all the time. I have many unread emails right now that I have to respond to. And one of them might be yours. So feel free to contact me anytime you would like with your specific question. All right, folks, Greg Shepard here, S&A Financial Services. As always, go out and have a good one. All right, take care. Bye.